What's going on, guys? Just got a Ethernet cord instead of going wireless whenever I try to live stream, and it always ends up not going well. I bought an Ethernet cord, Cat 6. See if that makes it any better. Probably won't, but it didn't cost that much anyway, so it don't much matter. So we'll just wait and see if anyone pops in, see how it's doing. Most times, it don't matter what you do. Seems like you're always getting bottlenecked or capped at something when you're trying to live stream, and there's always something. But we'll see, guys. We'll see. We'll see, guys. We'll see. So, I have a little problem. Not a problem, but I have something that I'm wanting to buy some stuff, and I'm just I'm having a little bit of difficulty figuring out what I want to do. What's going on, Vincent? Glad to see you in the chat. Again, as the title suggests, I'm just testing my connection. I just got a Cat 6 cable instead of going wireless Wi-Fi like I always do. I always get dropped on my, if I try to do a live stream, or if I don't get dropped, it gets like, it's super laggy, and I'll be done with my live stream and it's still uploading live stream, so it's crazy. So we're just seeing how the hardwire does right now. So far it says I got an excellent connection, but that can change any moment because, well, internet is not perfect in our country, or in our part of the country, I guess. Seems like other parts of the world have better internet. So, are you going to be doing any deadlifts today? I enjoy watching you do your stuff. You asked me. You asked. I think you left a comment. What made you? Whenever I mentioned something about you, you're different or something like that. I think you left a comment asking what makes you different. Well, it's pretty obvious. You know, you look around at other people's videos and you're different, and that's what I like about you. You put a smile on my face, and if you can do that, you're doing something special. You just have a funny way about how you do your videos, and I've never seen anyone curl a branch. And then I like the way you just throw the branch off and just whatever. It's just funny. It's great. And you do something that's kind of quirky and weird like that, and then you mix it with deadlifting these big weights, and it just it balances out. It's awesome. I like it. You know, your videos are short, to the point, nothing too flashy and crazy and goofy, I guess, like I do sometimes. But that's what I like. And yeah. So you asked, and that's my reply as best I can give you. You mentioned something about school in one of your videos. Are you still in school, like high school? Are you in trade school, college? Are you doing something like that, or what? Hey, what's going on, Last Chance Knives? Good to see you in here. Again, as the title says, I'm just kind of testing my connection. I got a Cat 6 cable instead of doing Wi-Fi. You know how you maybe tried to watch some of my live streams and they've been kind of choppy and laggy and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Well, I'm trying to see if the hardwire will help. So I went to Walmart. Luckily, they had some nice long cable, and I got a nice 50-footer. I'm either going to pop it up into my ceiling and run it over into the utility and drop it down into the box, or I'm going to or I'm just going to like hook it up on a live stream and unhook it, something like that. I don't know. Oh, you just got done with graduation already? Wow. Yeah, you got to You get to relax now. I don't know if you and Vincent are connected on YouTube, but he does some good videos. I was just telling him how I like him because he's so different, and I see you replied very different. So I'm assuming maybe you're connected. But anyway, if you guys aren't connected, you both offer something different, and you're both good people. So I think you'll have a good time. So my connection still says it's excellent. I'm not sure how excellent it is, but is everything going okay, guys? Is it running pretty smooth? Audio doing pretty well? Everything okay? So today I've been kind of busy today, for me, that is. Doing good. All right, cool. I'm sorry you had to see all that, but thank you for your support. See all what? I enjoy your videos, Vincent. If I didn't like you or your videos, I wouldn't subscribe to you. I like you. I think you're a good guy. If you, like I said, if you can put a smile on my face, you're doing good. But today I've been kind of busy for me, I guess. Grave Strong, how you doing? As the title suggests, I'm just kind of doing a test here just to see how my live stream is going to do. I went ahead and I bought a Cat 6 cable instead of using Wi-Fi, just to kind of see if going hardwire will do a little better than my Wi-Fi. So anyway, today I went to Walmart early this morning, did a little grocery shopping, as I always do on Saturdays. I got home, I made breakfast and all that, and then I went back out and I thought, I said, you know what, I never go anywhere, really look around or shop or do anything. I got a little money put back in my wallet that I'm wanting to buy some stuff, so I just kind of went and looked around. I went to 2 pawn shops here in town, and then I went to Walmart again and just kind of looked around and got my Cat 6 cable and just kind of enjoyed going out for a minute because I don't go anywhere, I don't do anything. And so then after that, I think it was after that, I went and I hung up like 2 big basketfuls of clothes that I've been too lazy to get hung up. It's just a matter of doing it, and once I do it, I'm good to go, and now I'm back on track. Sometimes we fall off and kind of slack on stuff like that. So oh yeah, Last Chance Knives. Yeah, wired's always better. It's just Wi-Fi is so reliable. It's reliable, but it's so convenient, And you would think that by now they'd have it a little bit more reliable, a little bit stronger. I'm literally, if you could see through that wall over there where that closet is, my router's just right over there on the other side of that brick wall. So it's right there. So doing normal stuff, it does okay, but anytime I try to live stream, it's where I get the problem. So this cable should help out from that point. But anyway, so my day, I went out and did the grocery shopping, and then went back out and went to a couple stores, and then I got home and I put the clothes up, and then my son bought a couple little things for the granddaughters. And so we kind of put those things together and kind of got that going. Got a little soccer net and put it together, and got a little blow-up swimming pool. And got it all blown up and got water in it. And they're going to be here probably in another hour or so. So I've actually done a couple things today, which I don't normally do. I've gotten, unfortunately, really lazy over the past few months. Once I got this room done, once we got moved and I got my room built and everything, I kind of went... unfortunately. So that could have something to do with, feeling always out of breath, even not doing anything, and just I've kind of let myself become very still. We're used to, you guys that kept up with me, I did my morning walks every morning at that other house for years. Morning, afternoon, midnight, 2 o'clock in the morning. I always did my walks, rain, shine, winter, spring, summer, fall. Didn't matter. I was out there doing my walks constantly, every day, never missed. So even if I was hurt and my back was out or my hips were out or something, I'm still out there doing my thing. So since we moved here, I've only done my walk 2 or 3 times now, and we've been here since October. So I'm not saying I'm going to get back to doing my walks every day, because that takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of devotion and dedication and all that, just like working out every day and spinning on my bike every day and all that. So I don't necessarily want to do it every day like I used to, but I need to be more active and do stuff, and I hope I can start doing that. So Vincent will be an elite deadlifter one day. You know what? If he sticks with it, Gravestrong, I believe that, because I remember the first time I seen any of his videos, I was blown away by what he was doing, and plus he's doing it outside. You know, he's not in even a decent room like this or a nice fancy gym or anything like that. He's like outdoors just doing that stuff. So a lot of respect for him. He's a strong guy, and if he sticks with it, he will be probably a challenge to a lot of people out there, especially in behind the back ones, those behind the back deadlifts. That's crazy. I think that was one of the first videos I ever seen of him several months back, maybe a year or whatever ago, however long it's been now. But he was crazy. I think he did over 500 pounds, and I was just I was blown away. You asked if I was in school. Yes, college. My Wi-Fi went out, but it's back now. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, Vincent, we were just bragging about you, Vincent. So yeah, I think a lot of people, once they see your videos and see what you can do, you know, they have some pretty high hopes for you. I think you're a pretty strong dude, for sure. And a lot of the guys that I follow are. I don't know how I ran into so many people, and I think for the most part, everyone that I'm subscribed to is probably a decent person. I don't know. We haven't met face to face, but everyone that I'm kind of connected with seems like a genuine, decent kind of person. You know, you run into some of those, and some of you are probably maybe connected with some of those. I won't say names, but some of you are connected with probably some of those, and disgenuine, ungenuine, not genuine, whatever. Not the greatest people online. They might be okay in real life, but some people can be pretty bad online. So that's not the people I care to be around. I like to be connected with decent, positive people who encourage others and push people to try to do decent, and that's what I like, because I know that's what I like to hear from anybody who watches me. I like to hear something decent, you know, and I like to see decent. I like to try to deliver a decent content, and yeah, it's important. There's enough garbage out there. We don't need any more. The internet can be intimidating, but yeah, it is, Vincent. It's crazy. You can go and you can read lots of comments, not just on YouTube, but like Facebook, and you know, the little videos and stuff that's all over Facebook. And man, people are just the most hateful, mean, rude, crude, just horrible people in the comments. And you know good and well they're not going to say that to these people's faces. I mean, they judge and ridicule, and there's racism and bigotry and all this other kind of stuff going on. Ain't nobody gonna say it to nobody's face, so don't say it online. Just be decent. We don't have to like everybody or approve of everything. Just be decent. What's up, Sheiky? How you doing? Your lifting is extremely impressive too. You're a very powerful bench presser. I think you will blast 4 and 5. Well, thanks, Gravestrong. I appreciate that, and I'm hoping that with all this, you know, staying up in the heavy in the threes, I'm hoping that that's going to translate over to me just blasting through a 405 lift, and I can be done with it, and I can mark that goal off my list and be happy, because it's been a long time coming for sure. And you know, these lifts that I do, they pale in comparison to what a lot of you guys are doing, and you know, but I don't let that affect me, because we're all kind of on our own journey. And I always say, you know, the saying is, you know, there's always someone stronger out there, faster, etc. So, you know, we're all chasing something. Oh yeah, it's hard not to say stuff back, and I used to. It used to really bother me, and I mean, it'd keep me up at night. It'd wake me up at night, and I'd wake up in the morning. First thing I'm thinking about is, you know, what these people said, and you know, it's just recently that I've tried to calm that down and just block people. You know, just delete it and get away from it, because I'm one of those people that dwell on stuff, and that's a part of my problem. You know, that kind of goes along with my depression and stuff like that, is you tend to dwell on things, and that's just how I am naturally. And there's stuff that's happened 25 years ago that I'm still dwelling on. So it's just kind of how it goes. But there are some bad people out there. I'm not going to say I'm perfect. I'm not going to say I haven't said some, you know, some things online. But you know, the older I get, the more I try and tone that down and think about, you know, hey, you know, what if they were saying this to me, or what if, you know, they were saying this to my kids or my grandkids or whoever, you know. The only thing that I speak out highly about, and I will speak my mind on, is people being proud, and they seem to don't care about living an unhealthy lifestyle, being fat, obese, you know, and thinking that, you know, everything's just fine and hunky-dory, and what they do in their life doesn't affect anyone else. When in fact, your lifestyle does affect other people, all the way from strangers to family and friends, to the cost of medical care and doctors, prescriptions, insurances, everything. It affects everything. And I think putting that out there as a positive thing, that you're proud to be fat and unhealthy, and you're making those kind of videos for people to see, I think it's wrong. And the other thing, and it'll probably hit hard with some of you on here, but I speak out about religion. I'm agnostic / atheist, depending on the day. And I tend to speak out pretty good about my thoughts on religion, but a lot of times it's to those that are posting things, you know, that kind of get me stirred up. It's not just like a basic thing. It's, you know, sometimes people like to push buttons. So I try to be somewhat respectful on those topics, but I also try to get my point across, and you know, be my own man when it comes to those things. Hey, yes, I know who you are, and I know your last name, because that's what I always called you. But now I can't think your last name. But yeah, man, it's nice to see you. I've asked about you a couple of times anytime I've seen your mom. I hope you're doing good. I know you guys gotten a lot better location, house, and all that. I think it was the house that we were actually looking at before we bought this house. I appreciate that, Gravestrong. Yeah, a lot of people aren't open about stuff, but that's the last thing you need to do, is be quiet about those things, because there's a lot of people that don't make it that long when you suffer from depression and anxiety and all that kind of stuff, you know. Yeah, Shiki, it's you know, being an atheist or even agnostic in this country is not easy, because it's predominantly a Christian nation, and no offense, but they can be quite pushy. I do believe Last Chance Knives is a Christian. I could be wrong, but I think he works at a Christian type school, something like that. And no ill intent meant. Matter of fact, if you guys aren't all connected, you ought to connect. There's a lot of good people in here. But yeah. So is the live stream still going okay for everybody? Does it seem fairly smooth and going, and the audio seems okay? Everybody good? Boy, that he is, ain't he? Grave Strong. Shiki, he does some really cool moves. And there's been plenty of times when I've watched him and I've thought, I'm going to try that. And number one, I don't have a lot of movement because of my neck and my back and my hips and everything. But not only that, but I'm looking at him doing some of these things, and I'm like, I can't remember even what he's doing to even try to do it. So one day I wrote down what he was doing. Okay, he did this, and then he bent that way, and he bent this way, and he twisted, and then he did a leg, and then he did I can't remember all that. So that's one pretty cool thing about Shiki. He kind of does a lot of stuff. Yes, I'm an IT guy for a Bible college, but there's no reason why we can't. Oh, of course, Last Chance Knives. There's no reason. I'm good with anyone. It's just those that are overbearing and pushy, and they don't know when to stop. And I got some of them in my family. And it's kind of put a little barrier between us, because the one that is super pushy is definitely not one who needs to be pushing anything. Got serious problems with that one. So hey JB, hey, have a good time at the birthday party. And I will do this again. I'm just testing out my connection. I got a new cable instead of using Wi-Fi, so we're just testing out, seeing how it does, and so far it seems like it's doing pretty good. 100 do push-ups. Time. Yeah, that's true. He can do some push-ups, man, and he does crazy push-ups. I don't know, crazy stuff. But I enjoy watching it, and also Bad Body Not So Fit. I don't really see him post very much anymore. He kind of comes and goes, but he does some good stuff too. But I wish he did more. But us, people need breaks sometimes, and sometimes you kind of run out of ideas, and maybe you kind of doing other stuff. But as long as you do something. Ever done or do any cooking videos? Yes, I have. I actually have. A couple on this channel. My main channel that I started back in, really the early 2000s. I think 2006 is when I really started my YouTube channel, as far as to where I can post and do stuff on other videos. But I really didn't start uploading stuff until 2016, 17, and on my other channel, Mikieson, Mikieson. Let me write that down, just in case you want to go look. There's some fun stuff over there. So, Mikieson is the other channel. In the playlist, it's called The Everyday Kitchen. And I would do videos pretty often in there. And I seem to get a few people that really enjoyed those, because I cut up Mac Stupid and all that good stuff. But You'll notice on on the Mikeyson channel, I pretty much upload all my workout videos over there now. I don't do a whole lot with Mikeyson, the Mikeyson channel. I just got it there because it's, I don't want to lose it. It's got a lot of stuff there. But so I kind of keep both channels going, and but this is my main channel that I mess around on. And a lot of my cooking and stuff over there is more stuff I don't really eat anymore unless it's my cheat day. That was kind of, at a time whenever I was eating more American American diet, and but then there's some stuff, later stuff in there that's a little bit better. Alright, Last Chance Knives, I appreciate you dropping in. I always look forward to your videos. Guys, make sure you subscribe to him. He's awesome. He works out. He works on knives. He builds knives. He does all kind of cool stuff. And please check him out. Last Chance Knives. Hey, Des. Slattery? I'm bad with names. You're 53 and you find it harder to recover from a heavy session than do I find it harder? Man, that's a tough one. I really wasn't working out when I was 43. I pretty much, the last real run that I had with my working out was from 2007 to late 2010, if not maybe super early 2011. That was really my last run with working out. And then in 2014, let me think if I'm saying it correct. In early 2015, I got a gym membership, which is the first time I ever done that. And I went a little bit, but I have shoulder problems and all that stuff, and so I eventually just gave up on that. So really, it's been a long time since I've really done the working out. Some, 2007, 2010, and I don't know how old I was then. I was in my late 30s. So these last 3 years, I've been going 3 years now, just over 3 years, and I seem to do pretty good. Regardless, I'm always tired because I've kind of let myself get lazy. I've also got, out of nowhere, a weird low blood platelet count, which makes you tired. I've got depression, anxiety, and different things, so a lot of stuff kind of comes into play with that. But and luckily I'm a school bus driver and I don't have to exert myself very much. I don't have to do much at my job. Unfortunately, we still don't get paid much, but so luckily I don't have to use a lot of energy throughout the day, so my workouts go pretty decent. Some days it's a struggle to get in there, but that's more along the lines of more laziness than anything. I don't feel a whole lot different, other than just, I don't know. I don't feel a whole lot different other than just some mental kind of aspects, some mental stuff in my, that I go through. I think that's why I've always kind of stayed young, acting throughout my whole life. Is, I just haven't really kind of come down yet, totally. So, there's sometimes that I work out and I've only ate like one meal, like early in the morning, and I'll work out at like 4 in the afternoon. So there's sometimes I don't even eat a whole lot. And then those days I'm blown away sometimes because I'll do great. So, I don't know, a lot of it I think is just frame of mind and just having that drive and that energy to push yourself, maybe. That's a good question. You tend to do your main movement and then maybe one other body part after. How long do your workouts generally take you? JB, I've been meaning to ask, you tend to do your main movement and then maybe one body part after. How long do your workouts generally take you? Like, let's say I do legs and triceps on Monday. We'll say legs and triceps on Monday. And sometimes it depends, because you're kind of looking at the camera and talking to the camera and doing stuff and all that kind of stuff. But let's say I normally start at 4 p.m. I'm usually done working out by 5. I'll just say roughly 5-ish. So, roughly maybe an hour. And it just kind of depends on how quickly, I get the weights on and off, and how quickly I move from, this to that. And if I'm having to write stuff down, or maybe I'm not, or maybe I haven't thought of what I wanted to do and I have to write it down or something. So let's just say generally maybe an hour-ish for a workout like that. And sometimes I can be done within 30 minutes. So it just kind of depends on what I'm doing. Like if I was just going to do my normal leg routine that you see, just a normal leg day, 30 minutes probably, total. Sometimes the video, the actual recording of the video is longer because I'm recording, taking plates on and off and coming over here and writing stuff down and drinking some water and blah, blah, blah. And, so sometimes the actual video is longer, but by the time I edit it down, I get it. So, but the actual working out, 30 minutes to an hour, just kind of depends. Hey, runner boy, how you doing? And sorry if I'm missing anybody in here, if you're saying something. Branch curls are optimal for muscle development and are easy to recover from. I highly recommend. That's right. Everybody check out Vincent's channel if you haven't checked him out. He does some great stuff, including branch curls, literal like branches off trees. That's awesome. I love it. Runner boy. Runningham, I've been testing sumo out and it's a lot harder off the ground, but that was expected. So, runner boy, you've been testing out the old sumo. Now, people are going to rag you online about that. People freak out over that stuff. And yes, runner boy, Vincent's deadlift is crazy. And like I mentioned earlier, behind the legs, behind the back, whatever, I've seen him do over 500, I believe, doing that. That's crazy. It's a lot harder off the ground, but that was expected. So, the sumo deadlift is where your stance is wider, but you're kind of holding in the middle of the bar, correct? That's the sumo, right? Yeah, I've heard that, Gravestrong. Some people have said that, and some people's are the same, and some people's might be higher over here, or So, I think the sumo lifts get a bad rap for no reason. Honestly, it's a lift. I get people's complaints kind of because they feel like you're moving the bar less space, less distance. More wide, but it makes the first pull off. Yeah, people like to rag on sumo deadlifts, but then again, that's the same people a lot of times that are using those flexible bars when they're doing deadlifts, where they're actually moving the weights maybe this far off the ground because the bar's got a foot drop. So, I use a stiff bar, and it's an old stiff bar, and it's rusty and horrible. So, that's what I like using, and if I end up buying a new bar, I want to make sure that I get just a nice stiff bar. I don't want to have any flex to it or any of that, because that's just what I'm used to using. Heck, I bought that used a couple years back. Only people that had crazy sumos are just built for sumo. Yeah, I've seen some guys with super long arms. They don't even look real. That's crazy. Ronnie Coleman. If you've ever looked at Ronnie Coleman closely, he has long limbs. And that's one thing I don't like about Ronnie Coleman's physique, is he has such long limbs. But I know that he was a Olympic lifter or power lifter or whatever, whatever name you want to use. Vincent has long arms. Or Vincent. I never really noticed. I never really paid attention. You can tell he's a strong dude. He has a good solid physique. I know that. Weight bars and deadlift bars. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Brave Strong. Exactly. Yeah. You see some of them bars, man, they bend. By the time you get from one end to the other, I swear they're bending a good foot. I'm 5'9" and my ape index is 6 foot. 8P. I'm a little stupid. I'm going to admit it. I'm not scared to admit it. I don't really know what that means. You're 5'9" and your APE or ape index is 6 foot. I don't know what that is. You might have to explain for dummies. Dummy here. 8 index. I'm 5'9". Three inches longer. Wingspan. Oh, 3 inches. So your wingspan. So your wingspan is longer than your height. Well, barefoot, I'm 6'1" and a half. I've shrunk a little bit. I used to be right at 6'2" barefoot. But I'm 6'1" and a half barefoot, and I don't know what my wingspan would be. I don't know. I guess I'd have to get someone to measure that. 8 is body height compared to arm length across. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for explaining that. I didn't really know. I don't know a lot of terminology and a lot of stuff. Like when some people are talking stuff like that, or different movements and exercises and stuff. There's times I'm just like, what? Huh? I call it the whatever. I don't know what that is. So, yeah. I just lift weights. I don't know names of stuff most of the time. Like Larson press, I had to learn what that was from a lot of you guys that do it. Triangle, he does it a lot, and just and the whatever the deadlift thing where you go up under the bar with your arms like so and stand up, whatever that name is. Had to learn what that was, and you have good hip mobility. I don't have good hip mobility at all. So I was getting dang, you almost got the front splits. That's pretty good. That's good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Well, it has said that my connection has been excellent the whole time. And I'm pretty impressed. I'm pretty happy with that. So anytime I want to do a live stream, I'll just make sure I have my little Cat 6 Ethernet cable plugged in. I can't do the side splits and all my hips cramp up. Yeah. Whew. God, my hips would snap. I got bad hips. Yeah, Trey can bench. He does good. He's hard on himself like a lot of us are, but he can definitely. He's got a lot of power. It's just a matter of getting that bad arm he's got. I think it's his right arm, and my left arm is a little bit slow. His right arm is, but. Yeah, I like watching him bench, because he puts everything in the world into that bench. He scares me sometimes. Yeah, he hurt his. I done forgot now. I've asked him a couple times and I forget all the time. But yeah, he hurt it something. I think he had a tear maybe, or he had something. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, you'll notice every time he benches his right one is kind of having to catch up. And I've told him before. I said if you had my right arm and I had your left arm, we'd both be ahead of the game by quite a bit. Yeah, don't hold me to it. I can't remember exactly what he said, so I don't want to put no false information out there. I can't really remember, but it seems like he said he had a tear or something. I don't remember. Tomorrow I'm posting my deadlift PR video. Ooh, good. Awesome, runner boy. Been wondering about that. Anytime you bring it up or anything, that you said you kind of hold your videos back a little bit, right? That you kind of got them back a day or two or a week or something like that. I think you said that, but yeah, and runner boy, I think you do things smart, but I think I told you some time back. I think you hold back quite a bit on your lifts. I think you can do probably more than what you let yourself, and that's okay if you take it slow. That's good, but I think you're kind of hard on yourself sometimes. But you can tell that you can move some weight pretty good. 2 weeks back now. Good grief, I can't do that. I've tried doing that before, kind of recording some stuff and kind of uploading just periodically, and this I can't do it. I'm too I don't know if it's OCD or OPP. I don't know what it is, but I got to upload. If I shoot a video today, I'm going to edit the video. I'm going to upload the video. I'm going to make thumbnail. I'm going to get it out there. I can't hold on to the content. I like to get it out there. Hey, yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you for taking it easy. Speaking of back, my back's been bothering me more than normal the past couple of weeks. Whew. I don't wish it on nobody. Don't wish it on nobody. I might just skip a week to catch up. All these videos on the Google hard drives. All these videos on the Google hard drives. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you're talking about like all the videos, all the servers and all that stuff, all the stuff they got. Oh yeah, I think about that, Vincent. Where it all goes, and will it be around in 100 years? Are people going to be watching my videos in 100 years, or your videos, or any of y'all's things are so different now with the digital age. And like Runner Boy's saying, you constantly running out of storage, and you're supposed to back up your storage and back up your storage and back up your storage. So you got to constantly have storage, new storage to back up your old storage, because they say you don't want to just put something on hard drives or memory cards or thumb drives or anything and put them away. Something might happen, so you got to back them up and back them up and back them up. And I've been doing this. I've been going through that since 1999 when I got my first computer. I've been all digital. So I got my first digital camera in 1999, a little Fuji MX1200. I still have it somewhere packed away. So I've been doing digital for a lot of years, and I got stacks of CDs, burnt CDs, from all those years. And now I've got hard drives. I got multiple hard drives full of stuff, and I even have Google Drive, cloud, where I have a lot of stuff backed up, and it's crazy. Oh yeah, Runner Boy, there's no telling what they pay. Yeah, you want to make sure you back up. If you're like me, I'm sentimental. I like to have everything. I got videos. I've got VHS tapes that I backed up into digital, and old home movies that were on tape, and so I'm big on kind of trying to preserve stuff, and it's real important to me. And I've been that way for over 20 years, just making sure I got stuff backed up and saved, and maybe one day someone will want to watch something. I don't know. So who knows? But hey, that's the way we live on. Once we're gone, we got to live on somehow. And that's one good thing about all these, social media outlets is we can put ourself out there and hopefully stick around for a long time after we're gone. Yeah, that's another thing. You don't want to necessarily depend on stuff like YouTube or Facebook or Snapchat or Instagram and all that stuff, because you can be gone like that. I get put in Facebook jail all the time, and I'm like, and every time I'm like, why do I put my stuff on my Facebook page? A lot of personal, I open up on my Facebook a lot, just like I do on here, and I have a lot of pictures and all my videos, and I have private messages with people that are no longer alive anymore and all this stuff, and I think they can end my account just like that. So, and it's the same thing with YouTube. Luckily YouTube don't seem to be all that aggressive with stuff. I've never had any problems with YouTube. So yeah, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to be remembered. Some people look at it as egotistical or whatever other kind of negative term I guess they want to throw out there. And but there's nothing wrong with wanting to be seen and heard and remembered and all that good stuff. And you may have family 200 years from now that log on and they see, who's this Runner Boy guy, and that's one reason that a lot of times I'll say my name in my videos, and I'm kind of open in my videos, and I talk about stuff and different things, because I want people to know me. And not that I'm exactly the perfect guy to know. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but for people that want to get to know me, you can get to know me pretty well through my videos, and even on my Facebook page, where I've opened up a lot about stuff over the last however long I've had Facebook. 2009 is when I got it. So I mean, everything from this to that is on there. That's what I want it to be on here, so my son can watch and reflect when I'm long gone. Yeah, that's right, Sheiky. That's good. And that'd be cool to think that our kid, not necessarily my kids don't care about me. Do you hear me in there? They can probably hear me. They don't really care to keep up with me and my stuff, but maybe my grandkids will one day, and and then maybe their kids will, and so on and so forth. Who knows? Oddly enough, most of the time, family are the last people that care about you, that care to follow you, that care to support you, and all that stuff. That's something that I've found with my long run on social media, be it Facebook or YouTube, whatever. My family don't really support me. They don't really watch and comment and all that kind of good stuff. They don't do all that. If my mom and my grandma were still alive, they'd be on top of it, though. Why? Because they truly love me. They loved me. So that's the people that will really keep up with you, those that care. So, and like I've told them before, my own family, I got strangers on here that support me and chat with me and pat me on the back and give me good advice, and we get in conversations and stuff like that. Complete strangers do that, and my own family don't. So Vincent, I can't wait till I'm big and strong. You're already a big guy. And you can tell from your videos you got some size to you. And you're already strong. And I don't know if you're wanting to get strongman big and strong, or bodybuilder big and strong, or power bodybuilding big and strong, or Olympic big and strong. But for a normal guy out there on the street, you're a pretty big, strong looking dude. I've got to tell. Really? Runner Boy, you haven't told anyone about your YouTube? So he has top 2% deadlift for his height. What is his height? I don't know how tall Vincent is. How tall are you, Vincent? You want a 405 overhead press? That's some big boy weight right there. So that is a big boy. My best on that was sitting barbell press from here up and then back down like so. 275. Of course, I'm in my 50s and bad shoulders, and you're not 50s and probably bad shoulders yet. So, hey, you might can make it. You're building an empire in the dark. You know what? It can happen. Shiki, appreciate you stopping by. Tell your son hi. Tell yourself hi. And have a good night, guys. Appreciate you. So Vincent, you're 6'2". Now, you know people stretch out online. You're probably about 5'7". You know that. Just kidding. So you're 6'2". Well, like I said, I'm 6'1.5". So we're right there. And some movements I can tell are different for me than they are for shorter people and shorter arm people. And I don't have like super long arms. I'm not a long limbed kind of fella. But you can see some of those big guys that have chests this big and they're like 400 pounds, and a lot of them guys you see online and they're benching the crazy numbers. I mean, let's face it, they're literally moving the bar about 12 inches. It's still impressive, 400 pound plus, anything is impressive to me. So I'm not taking anything away from that, but if you look, the biggest, strongest guys are literally moving looks like about 12 inches. And if you look at me, in between the bar up here and my chest, there's probably 18 inches there. I don't know. I haven't measured. So people don't understand that that's a big difference. £207. Whew. Man. You look a little beefier than that, Vincent. You look like you'd be not a lot heavier, but you look like you got some size to you. You look like you'd be more around 220, 225. You got some good sized arms and your legs look pretty beefy. I need to get proper filming stuff, but then it's hard to hide my videos from family at that point. Man, I'm kind of surprised that you hide your videos and stuff, Runner Boy. $77 kilograms. So what is that in pounds? We're American over here. We don't speak kilograms. It's what, probably 130, 50, something. I'm bad. Or get your own place soon. Aren't you? You're still in school, I thought, Runner Boy. Are you not? For some reason I thought that you were still in school. That's probably close. Probably close to 160. Back when I started working out again in 2021, and I started changing my diet and started dropping weight, I eventually got down to 218 pounds, which is really small for me. Like, I haven't been 218 pounds since I was in my 20s. Once I hit 30, I put on weight, like, and I was always somewhere 250 to 260 in my 30s, and now I'm upwards of 270. So yeah, when I dropped all that weight, man, I felt good. I felt like I was 20 years old again. And you never know, I might try and do that again. But literally, I mean, I don't know how I keep weight on. I don't eat a lot. So I know a lot of people say that, but then they're snacking and eating all day long, but I don't. So, good connection so far. Awesome. Good. That means we can do more live streams and stuff. That'd be awesome. 'Cause there's been a lot of times I wanted to live stream my lifts just for something a little different and connect with people and that. And anytime I try, it ends up being kind of cruddy. So, yay. Awesome. Well, guys, I appreciate you being here. I'm not going to keep you on any longer. We've been going for right close to an hour now. So, really appreciate everybody dropping in. I never get this much business in my live streams when I do them. So, and probably because they don't run real well. But anyway, I appreciate you guys. You keep my channel going. You keep the comments going. And that means a lot to me. Like I said, strangers support me where my family don't. So I appreciate you guys, and I will always try to watch your videos and leave even just a quick comment if I can. That's the least I can do, and a thumbs up. If I'm subscribed to you, I'm going to at least try to do that. And I got a shot in the buttocks, sir. See, Vincent, that's why I like you. But anyway, guys, I'm going to get off here and get ready for my granddaughters to be here. My watch never works. Anyway, guys, we'll see you later. Get up, get out your rad, do it to it, and like, share, subscribe, comment. See y'all. Mwah. Bye. Love y'all. Let me hit this button over here. Let me hit